Research Now.
Thank you. Welcome back to Research Now Live. I'm Saida Corey, your host, and I'm joined by Phil Geyskens from Holliday. Welcome, Phil.
Thank you. Thank you.
SVP of Analytics, what does your day look like? What are you doing?
Lots of things. Three things mainly. One, I keep my people happy. The analytics world is right now a very competitive world for talent, so making sure that my team is happy and fulfilled and well-staffed is one of the big requirements. Secondly, I make sure my clients are happy, which is a large part of the job as well. And then thirdly, I make sure that we think about what we should be doing next. The shifting sands is the appropriate metaphor, so we're in the same space. So we want to make sure that our team and our group is evolving the right way to address a lot of the new challenges that we're having right now.
Okay. So with analytics, there's a lot of research innovation involved. What's one of the most interesting innovations you've seen, either at this conference or in the past year?
This conference particularly for me has been eye-opening in terms of how much the space is moving towards combining behavioral with survey and now with emotional and all the biometric measurement and all about relationships. That's been fascinating and eye-opening for me. So I'll definitely keep an eye on that and keep informed. The second thing, and it wasn't necessarily on this conference, but I'm hearing that Google's going into the market research game, so probably it's something to be announced on Thursday.
Breaking news!
When the big boys start joining in, you kind of wonder what's going to happen, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, that'll something to keep an eye on as well.
How do you see research impacting the Holliday business in the next couple of years?
It's already impacting it right now. I mean, there's no general advertising or anything that we do without having to do research. I mean, the way I'm looking at it right now is that big data is great. There's a lot of behavioral stuff, but it can lead you down the wrong path. I mean, the olden days of web analytics, you're looking at the web, you're looking at traffic on the web, and you without knowing the why and asking people why they're doing it, you lose a dimension. So I think research will continue to impact our business any which way to look at it.
Yeah. Now, in the meetings you've had, and you've probably come across a lot of buzzwords. What's one of the most annoying ones for you?
I've used it actually. But big data.
Big data.
Everybody's using it. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody means something else with it. So
second time we've had that on stage. Big data.
You can't be anywhere in the space right now without hearing the word big data. And depending on who you're talking to, it means something else.
Yeah.
It might just relate to the size. It might just relate to the complexity. But you always have to ask, like, what do you mean by big data before you go in there? So it's one of the ones that irritates me just a little bit.
Yeah. Yep. So you're pitching a lot of business, always trying to win new clients and won some big ones. So what are the best tips you can share for winning new business?
I thought that was an easy one, by the way, because it sort of ties back to what you guys are doing. There's no question that it's all about the big idea. There's no question that big ideas are based on hypotheses, and hypotheses need to be validated in market. So when you want to do some good new business, you've got to do some quick and dirty research. Quick and dirty surveys to figure out that your hypotheses that you're building your big idea on are foundational within the mindset. I mean, cultural environment is important for marketing and for advertising. So if you don't do your basic homework in terms of going for a quick survey against a panel, doing some quick checking in, you're going to lose it.
Yeah. So research with Research Now, that was your answer?
Of course. I mean, that was obvious. I thought that question was in there. It was planted. I mean, don't tell me it wasn't. I'm not buying it.
It's fine. Thank
you.
you.
Do you tweet? Do you have a Twitter account?
I've had a Twitter handle for a long time, but I've been a very dormant tweeter, except actually I started tweeting like crazy this time around. I'm pretty happy about it.
Inspired.
So follow me at Phil Geyskens.
There you go.
Please.
If you could follow one famous person, dead or alive, that you wish had a Twitter account.
You have to. Okay. So first, my wife. She's not famous, but I need to follow her, and I do actually. She just started tweeting also last week at a different conference, and she's doing a bang-up job. The other one is I'm from European descent. I'm Belgian. I love sailing, and there's one competitive world racer named by a French guy by the name of Olivier de Kersauzon. He's alive. Yeah. He's one of the best wholesalers, one of the best, wittiest people I've seen. I mean, he does a lot of radio programming, and he's got these zinging one-liners constantly. And he doesn't tweet. And I would love him to go on Twitter and start tweeting, because I would be cracking up constantly, because he's just that funny of a guy. And I'm sorry, it's sort of a weird, like, off the left edge, but look him up and try to listen to him and read him as well. He's actually a very good writer, so I would love him to tweet.
No. Excellent, I love that.
I can do it now if you have a pen.
You've been tweeting and you've been reading people's tweets. What's the funniest or most impactful tweet or Facebook post that you've seen in the past year?
I'll do it right after, okay?
Either way.
That way I just practice.
It's a long time ago, and I think it's not original. But let's put it in time frame. Soon it's Passover, and soon it's Easter. And somebody actually, it might be a couple of people, have put the Haggadah on Facebook. So the whole story of the Jewish people is actually told in Twitter and Facebook, back and forths and friending. Look it up. It's hilariously funny. Not sure it's impactful, except that, I mean, kids might start reading it, which is not a bad idea. So I thoroughly enjoy that. Some other people have done it for something else. I think they have the real Jesus in there as well, so it's kind of funny. I get a kick out of that.
Nice. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. So if you're ever talking to Phil Geyskens, do not mention big data, as you know who you're talking about. And I did think he said to use research now for all your online research needs.
Of course. Thank you.
I want to thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.